Hello guys, this is Dr. Cool Fix. Today we got a situation in my garage. We got a Honda Odyssey 2003 model as much as 2004 model, having a 198 mileage on, I think that's it. Then we'll have another Toyota that's having the same problem. Now on this very Honda here, you can see right here that the drive is flashing as much as the park. So if you have a problem with your Hyundai and it has this kind of issue where it's flashing, where the D is flashing, you might want to stay around. Might be assisting you to solve that problem. As it is right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm currently working on this car, trying to figure out exactly what the problem is. I've solved a lot of transmission issue, which sometimes can be too scary as it's being over exaggerated when you look at it on the internet, but sometimes it can be very nagging and very hard, as we know that the parts are very expensive. So, and this system is very sensitive. I was actually trying to drive it to my garage location while it was doing this, so that's why it's shaking. So the first thing which I'm actually looking at right there is, if you check the first video which I posted there, which I'm gonna replay back, is the car is writing service soon, service engine. So I think that service right there. I did also notice the man, also the customer complained that the car will randomly shut off while it's running, and it will have shift when it shift from one gear to another. So I'm currently, as I'm talking to you right now, taking a look at it, trying to figure out. The first thing which I'm looking at here, which I'm seeing right there, is that the oil is so terrible. Now I'm not sure that the gauge that is right there is actually for its own, because it's way overfilled above the gauge, and not only way overfilled above the gauge, but it's so dirty. Now I'm also seeing some other things right there, like the pressure. So what I would do, if suppose I were you, if you have this kind of a problem, first, if you're trying to solve this problem by yourself as a DIY, you should have it right there at the back of your mind that you're dealing with a very delicate and a very sophisticated and sensitive system. So with that said, any mess is not allowed, is not permitted. Any mistake is not permitted. So if you gotta do it, you gotta do it once and for all, right? Why this car was shutting off, I was actually thinking because the fuel, as you can see right now, is just a very low. That it could actually be the problem, but at last I was seeing some other code related to camshaft position sensor, but 1 and 2, A and B, malfunctioning, which is likely to actually shut off the car. Then later on, I started seeing some other problem related to the oxygen sensors not working fine. I know definitely the oxygen sensor is not going to be causing some sort of intermittent shutdown of the car, but the camshaft position sensor A and B, of course, if the camshaft sensor don't shut down the car, what else should be able to shut down the car? Then aside the fact that he mentioned that he said that the car shut down, so which I can actually attribute that to be for the fact that maybe the engine oil is too low, or probably is dirty. or it can even be a bit of both, that is actually low and is actually dirty, I can be able to correctly take out the measurement, because within that time I want that the engine has been started up, so I can be able to actually know the exact oil quantity that is right there inside the engine. But what about the quality? The quality, I can actually see the texture of the oil, that the oil texture is terrible. So now what I'm looking at here on the two cases, there is, I'm seeing something like the pressure switch there, the transmission pressure switch right there, that's right in front of the transmission system, which I should have shown you guys, but I didn't cover all these things up. But it's right there at the upper right corner of the transmission system right there. So that pressure switch right there seems to be broken, and I don't know how the EC is going to be reacting to that, because I haven't actually be able to communicate effectively with the transmission control module right there to know if actually that is one of the problems that's actually making this car to downplay. And like I said, it's very terrible. Now the symptoms that this man is having right there, before he called to my attention, I've actually fixed some kind of a problem related to this with a Hyundai Santa Fe 2001 model, which it will has shift. It's gonna really, and when it has shift, it's not just only has shift, you're gonna feel like as if the car is about to break into two. You want to knock into two. I mean, it has shift in such a way that it knock out the motor mount on the left side of the engine. You can imagine that. So it's really horrible. So, and it makes this car not drivable, because under that condition the drivability is zero, except if you want to create more chaos or more damage to the system. But I know having this a huge mileage on, and for some other kind of people, because this something you have to understand here is, I want you to put yourself in the position of this man somehow. If you're the kind of person who are not so caring about your car, or you are the kind of start it and get going kind of a person, then you should be expecting more worse problem with your car. Your car, if you can take care of it, then there is no need of you to have it. So like I said, it's very important. Most times when we are saying whatever we're saying, or trying to teach some of you guys things on a YouTube channel, what you mostly get focused on is how much you are trying to make, instead of trying to focus on solving your problem that actually brought you to YouTube. So the oil level is important for the transmission system to make a right shift very well, because so far, after my own physical cross examinations, which is the first thing I always do to make sure if there is anything that broke off, something like stuff like that, maybe any switch, maybe any sensor, maybe any like this pressure sensor, which I'm talking about right here. So if anything is broken up, then I know that could actually lead me to what is causing the problem, also including a bad motor mount, because in this case here, since it has degenerated so much like this, I'm certain that a bad motor mount can also make it to shift. But the pressure and a low transmission fluid, as much as bad transmission fluid, is definitely going to cause it. Then as for the engine shutting down, okay, regarding the engine shutting off automatically, I'm certain that if you've had that kind of a problem before, in this very car here, I did later get it fixed up, top up the oil, replace the pressure sensor, the transmission pressure sensor, and I still notice that the car is stuck in gear 3, and I've seen this kind of thing before in other makes and model. That's why you having a vast experience when trying to troubleshoot a transmission issue is very important, because it's going to really give you the edge of looking at things from different perspective compared to some other brands. They have a lot of similarities, and that is what you're going to use to actually to be able to put up with what you're trying to do to give you the right direction to look out for in order to solve the problem. So I did have that issue with VW, and I realized that that's actually a limp mode, and Honda is quite good with that. I don't think Toyota does that, so that's why sometimes when I find the Toyota car that have a transmission issue, I do pity the owner, because there is a 90%, 80 to 90% chance most of their cars, 2000 model, 2010 down to 2010 model, we're not going to limp mode if suppose the transmission system, transmission oil go down low. I've seen some like that. So instead, it's gonna keep throwing up symptoms and keep jerking, shifting. But Honda is good. That's why I always say I still prefer Honda over Toyota, because if suppose it's Honda that have that kind of a situation, or VW, it's gonna throw the car into limp mode. And if you go into limp mode, that's why you're gonna be having like the car won't go past gear, the third gear, so it doesn't create more damage into the system as much as the car wouldn't. The car will randomly shut off, especially if suppose the engine oil is too low and is due for replacement and you haven't replaced it. So guys, I hope the information which I provided you with on this very video right here helped you to solve your problem. And if that does, give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That's very important if this helps you to solve your problem. For this very moment, I'm going to be leaving you in the capable hands of the YouTube, toys, and the rest of them. I am Dr. Cool Auto Fix. I hope to catch you later when you've got a problem with your car. Don't hesitate to drop me a comment below. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.